Everyone, how are we all tonight? It is Mad Hair Monday and it is May the 4th be with you. So I've got my Princess Layla mad hair. Just saying I don't do hair real well and it's really fine, but that's what I've got on. How are we all tonight? Oh, look everyone. Sandra's there, Zena, Gail. You're all talking to each other. Hi Barbara. A bit chilly here in Brisbane. I'm loving the cooler weather down here too. Ruth, hi Ruth. We've got Anne and Karen. You've got someone else in here coming in. That's fantastic. Just make sure they get that email on my website so I can send you both a $10 voucher. Sorry, I have to keep touching this so that they don't disappear. You're in Brisbane too, Barbara. Sandra, oh, you hate the cold? Oh, well. Damn cold in Canberra. Yeah, it would be cold. All right, so we are on Mad Hair Monday. Hope you've all had a couple of lovely days. Now, first thing I'm going to say, I've had lots of you look at my one up here. Hi, Carol. How are you, sweetie? Jane. Oh, everyone's coming in. This is great. Don't forget, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go to my YouTube channel, hit the bell. You'll get the notifications when I go live. Follow me or stalk me on Facebook or Instagram because that's where you get all the information. Now, a lot of you are talking about this quilt here that I've done. I made this one today. You would have been enjoying it with us without Yeah, I would have. It would have been Canberra show, just gone. I know, Julie. Oh, well. I get to enjoy it and I've got my slippies on. Hi Jackie, how are you? So with this quilt, a couple of years when I posted this up today, said kit pattern. It's actually just my stash fabrics, guys. Just like you, Mad Hair Monday is all about using our stash. So it's just a block with an applique on it, and I showed you last week. Hi Sue. I showed you last week how I just did the raw edge around the applique with the block. That's all that is. But what I've done with that one is put a border in, a little sashing. I'll show you how I did this little piece here, okay, with it. Now, quite a few of you also got your blocks ready. How cool is that? You've been really busy as well. So you've got your blocks ready and everything. Hi, Jeanette. Yeah, you've got your blocks ready to go as well. So what we needed, and as I said, we'll get stuck straight into it because there's a little bit of sewing tonight to do. All right, so we need 1-inch strips. So I'm going to finish this one that I started last week that you all saw. Okay, and what I'm going to do, you need 1-inch strip and you need a 2-inch strip. Okay, now the size, as in the length, is whatever your block is that you've cut it back to. So these ones are cut back to, I cut that one different, 9-inch. Hi Julie. Yeah, the colours in whichever one. Late again. No, you're not that late, Joanne. You're fine. It's okay. We've only gone through the little strips. You're right. And don't forget, ladies, you can always watch me later on when it's all uploaded on YouTube. And you'll have, you can stop me, start me, pause me, rewind me, or delete me. Okay? So whatever your length is of here, even if you go a little bit longer, we just trim it off. It's okay. I'll show you that as well. Now, if you're a little bit unsure as to cutting your strips, as you guys know, I'm not a big tool person, okay? So I don't have a lot of tools. I just use my standard one I've had for 30 odd years, my 6.5 by 24.5. I've collected and trialed out a lot of tools over the years. There is this one that Anne does. Now, Anne was going to join us. I'm not sure if she's on. Oh, now you can't see it. That's okay. You can see it if I bring it up a bit closer. Okay, so this ruler, it is see-through, but it's got a slot in here where you can cut. So when you put your fabric down, okay, you actually just line up the edge, your straight edge, and this one I did at 2-inch, so I lined it up at a 2-inch. Don't forget to oh, what was that one? Oh, go back up. Don't forget to like the video, peoples. Yes, please. That always helps on YouTube. So this is a 2-inch one. So what you do is you put it down and then you'll just cut with your rotary blade through the slot. And this has right up until Anne will come on. I'm sure she will. 1, 2, 3 inches. Okay, so you can go 3 inches this side. There's a 2-inch you can cut from either side. It's an ultimate ruler. She does a lot of the, if you've ever seen her from Crystals and More, she does the Japanese meshwork. Right, so she uses a lot of those. So I'm going to put that ruler up there, just thought I'd show you those. If Anne comes on, she'll give me my information for where if you guys want it. Basically, otherwise just use your normal ruler and you just need 1-inch and 2-inch strips. okay? And but if a tool helps to get to you where you want to go a lot easier and you enjoy it, that's fine. All right, so what we're going to do, this is where you have to concentrate. This is how I put these sashings on. The 1 inch will be on the back. Let me get this at the right spot where I was going to put it on. I think I was going to do this one. Yep. Okay, so I've already joined these two together. Hi, Jenny. So I've joined these two. So I want to get this block. Oh, throw that bit of material up there. I want to get this block on here. Okay, so we're going to join our blocks. I'm going to put the camera down in a minute, so hang on to your drinks. All right. So what I first do is the block that's on the left-hand side. All right, so the one I'm going to join this one to. I get the 1 inch strip. It will go on the back, okay, right sides together. Okay, so you place it right sides together on the back. Hi, Yvonne. That's okay, darling. All right, so right sides together. And hi, Enzo. How are you, sweetie? Also, you guys know me. I don't use pins very often. That's 4-letter word in my sewing room, so I don't use pins. You don't really need it for these smaller ones anyway. With your 2 inch one, you're going to fold it. I didn't iron it. Don't need to do that. Just fold it in half, and the raw edge will go. And I'm going to put it down and show you. All right. I'll put it up here first. Karen's having double joined the chat, but she's waiting. That's okay. She's in there. So what you're going to do is put it on the front. Oh, good. She's watching. Wonderful. Hi, Karen. Don't forget, pop your little email address in my thing, and both of you will get a $10 one. Okay, so you're going to fold it, and it's going to go there. So now you've got, on the back, you've got the 1 inch with the right sides together. You've folded the 2 inch in half, and you've got it on top. So what I'm going to do now, hold on to your drink. Here we go. We're going down. Down, down, down. See if this gets down here. I'm getting better at it. Maybe, maybe not. I need you to come up at the back. And there we go. Ah, there we go. How's that, guys? Now, I may not see your comments, so bear with me. Okay. I wonder if I put it... No, it's not going to show it there. Okay, we're just going to go here. We all good? Okay. So, just don't want to lose it off the table. There we go. Okay, so the 1 inch is on the back, the 2 inches folded on the front. We're going to put the raw edges together onto the block. And this is the one I'm going to join it to. Okay. Now, also, I'll take those back and fronts off. Also, you need to 1/4 inch. Okay, so make sure you stick to your 1/4 inch on there. Yeah, it's May the 4th be with you, Mark. So I've got my Princess Layla buns in the side of my hair today. All right, and if you can see at the back here, there's my vacuum cleaner. That's my Stormtrooper. And I've actually got a laundry basket that's Darth Vader. So there you go. And I actually use them. That wasn't purposely bought. All right, so what I'm going to do is use a 1/4 inch seam. We're going to have all those lined up here, and I'm going to go down a 1/4 inch. Yep. Make sure it hadn't come undone. If you want to pin it, you can pin it. You don't have to. But what I've done now is sewn a 1/4 inch, and we've got that one on the back. Oh, that's just the extra bit of thread from when I started. Okay. All right, it'll go in the seam anyway. All right. Then the block that I want to attach to this one, all right, you're going to put the right side of the back one to the back of the quilt block. Okay, so you've put the, so if it was together, it'd be like this, but we need the 1 inch back one with the right side together. Okay, like that. Okay, and I'm going to sew a 1/4 inch again. Okay, so I'm just sewing the back one to the block that I'm adding on. Okay, so when I do that, I'm going to do it with a 1/4 inch. Now, if, let me see if I can, I'm just going to move this so you can see it. If by any chance this bit here gets in the way, this extra bit, just push it out of the way. okay? Just push it to the side and let the foot come down. It's not a problem, right? Sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not, but that's what it is all about. Okay, so we're going to sew 1/4 inch again, straight down. So I've now attached here, I've attached that one, the next block, onto that 1 inch one there. All right, so when it sits flat, actually I can do it here so you can see it. Sorry, my sensor, I should turn it off. Okay, so if I do that, you can see here now, because I did a 1/4 inch to put this one on and a 1/4 inch here with the 2.5 inch one, the 2 inch one, these actually will sit flat tight together. So that's why it sticks to 1/4 inch. That's why you use a 1 inch on the back. That's why you do a 2 inch on the front. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just flap over that 2 inch one. Okay, and it's got a fold, so we've got no raw edges. It's all good. I'm going to flap it over, and I'm going to make sure that's neat and tidy. You can feel it with your hand, right, that it's all tidy under there. And I'm going to sew close to the edge of that fold. And there you go. I've now done a sashing quilt as you go in there. And you wouldn't even notice that that's actually not missing. It's missing, but it doesn't matter. All right. Don't you have the hot pink? I did it for the, so you can see it on the camera. Right, so that gives me that sashing. So now to put the rows, so you do them in a row. I'll pop down here. Do them in a row. You're going to put your rows together. You do it exactly the same way. You will measure whatever the length is of your row. You will cut a 1 inch and a 2 inch. You do exactly the same thing. You put the 1 inch on the back with the right sides together, the 2 inches folded in half, and the raw edges are on the raw edge side, and you'll sew 1/4 inch down. So that 1/4 inch down. So to attach, just don't want to knock the camera with the rest of this quilt, so I'm going to fold it up. I'm going to do the same thing. The back, right? So this one's going to be joined on here. The back of that next row is going to be right sides on that 1 inch strip. Okay, don't know whether you've been talking. Oh, hang on it. You're all concentrating again. You're all doing your concentration thing. We'll have a little chat in a minute. Okay, so again, you might just have to pull up this bit where you've got the wadding and that in the top one, just to get it out of the way of the foot, so you can get that 1/4 inch seam. All right, now if you're matching up the sashing, right, from each row, you can sort of see it, the one that I'm attaching, and here is the one on top. You can match them up, but to be honest, this sort of one, you can match it up, and it's how you fold that other one over. I'm kind of liking it where it's just put together as with love. That's how I call it. All right, sorry if the camera's moving. I'm actually in the process of getting all new equipment for this, so we're going to get some new fandangly stuff. Seems though you guys like doing this, and I love chatting to you all. All right, and it seems I can't get out to you. Right, so here we go. We're almost done on that one. So now I've got the row. I thought I'd do a row as well so you can see and you get it. So now that row has been attached with that 1 inch at the back. All right, and when I pull it out, it will sit flat because we've used a 1/4 inch seams. So now what I'll do is fold over the 2 inch one that I folded with the fold on the side and do a neat-ish. My pin keeper, yeah, it's just a bit of wadding, honey, with a bit of tape on it. Told you. And here's one around the corner here because I don't use too many. And it's actually a wrist one, but I should have put it on the wrist. All right. I told you I don't buy big fancy dancy stuff. I'm happy to use what I've got at home. All right. So what I'm going to do is put this on here. And I'm just going to sew that close again. Now. And then I'm going to give you some little variations on it. I'll put the camera back up so you can see my face, which you really don't want to see. But anyway. Let's go here. Let's just make sure all of that's tucked in and it's lying flat, okay? And see that one's a little bit longer on the end. That's okay. I'll just grab my handy dandy scissors. All right. And I'm just going to trim that little bit off to keep it all level. Okay. And that's how... You love my face. Oh, thanks, Barbara. All right. So now all I'm ready to do for this quilt... Okay, ladies, hang on to your drinks. I'm going to turn the sewing machine off so it doesn't keep blonking. And you're back to me. Sort of. Until I can get this right. We need to go up a little bit more. Okay, we'll get this tripod thing happening. Oh, you're looking at the wrong part of me. Hang on a minute. You can have a look at the highway for a minute. I've moved these legs. There we go. Hence, here I am. Ta-da! Okay, so now we've got this put together. All I have to do is bind it. Okay, so I've just put some binding on. It's tomorrow's job, if I feel like it. We've got lots of things to do. What I did with this one up here. I'm late, so I'll have to come back. You can stay still, Margot. That's okay. And then you can just watch me again later. It's lovely to chat to you guys. All right, so up on this one, all right, all I did was make this as a block. The hair. May the 4th be with you, Princess Layla. It's the 4th of May. So that is actually just a block. Okay, so I just cut the front and the back and then just quilted it. All right, and then just put that sashing in together exactly the same. Okay, as I did there. Oh, hi, Karen. You got here. All right, so that's how I did that one. Now, also on this one, what I did is I actually double stitched. I stitched where that fold was. Let me go up closer. Sorry. I'm going to get used to it. See how I've done where the fold is? And then I've also just sewn the other side as well. Just so it looks flatter and a little bit neater. Okay? Whereas on this other one, we're going back down. You can see me again. Okay, so on this one, I've only done it down the one side. So it's got a little bit of a bubbly. But that's just a different effect. All right? So the way I did those sashings, okay, here it is here. So I just cut the white. Oh, here it is. White and a bit of blue. Put the wadding in, quilted it. And then that became like a block. And I just joined it with that sashing. Okay? So if you also want to, you can, you put another machine. Woohoo! How exciting. If you want to put a border around them, okay, measure it, cut out your front and your back and your wadding, quilt it as a long block, right? And then just join the border exactly how we just joined them then with the 1 inch and the 2 inch strips. And then you'll have a border. Okay, so you can just build on it with your just a block one with a bit of, this one had like, I'm just calling it a wide sashing, quilted sashing thing in it with that. Yeah, Carol, yeah, we all want to know, Karen, what'd you get? You get a fancy dancy one? I hope so. So yeah, so that's how I do the quilt as you go. Is there any questions, ladies? Yeah, Karen, what sort of machine did you get? Is Anne on? I wonder if Anne from Crystals and More, has she logged in to give you guys any tips or anything if you wanted to know about the ruler? Let me just see if she's on. Okay. And yeah, Karen's been really secretive. She's been really secretive with it. Okay, so that's your quilt as you go. So you guys all industrial. Ooh, like mine. Like an industrial straight sewer sort of one. Now, the other thing is if you wanted to, with your sashings, I've just used a straight stitch, but you can actually still do your applique stitch down the side if you want to make it look. Just remember, whatever you stitch on the front becomes the back, okay? So that's why I just do straight stitches on it, okay? But you can do the fancies if you want to, all right? Patchwork is a happy place. We all got to be happy doing what we love. That's why I don't do housework. So, yeah, so quilt as you go. Make your blocks. Make it all as if it's all quilted, and then just join them with those sashings. Asked about kits for these. It's not such a, it's just appliqued appliques on a block. I started with the 10-inch blocks, cut them back. Yeah, that's an old marble one, that one, Anne. Can't get that anymore. Did get some petites in that have got 20 in them, but I am looking, unfortunately, there was supposed to be like about 2 trips over to go get some more fabric and source out some more fabric, but since the virus I haven't been able to travel, so I've sort of trying to do it via the internet, which is not so easy when you're picking fabric. Other shapes, of course, you could do it with as long as it's a block. So if you did it with a triangle, you could, you know, like you can quilt as you go with, you know, like you can do these sort of things. The bag, you know, the bag one, I showed you that last week, log cabins, that sort of thing. But if you wanted to do, where's that scrappy? Doesn't matter. Okay, so if I was to cut this as a, holding it up, where did you get the butterfly dragon shapes? They're a die cutter, honey. So I actually, from years ago, had a die cutter, and I still have it, and I found a heap of them. It makes number 10 machine. Oh my goodness. Maybe I should take you through my machines one day. Probably have got about 10. Okay, so I'm just roughly cutting out some triangles here, guys. So if I was to quilt, hi Anne, here's Anne from Crystals and More. How are we, darling? So if I was to cut this out and you wanted to sash it, as long as it's got that straight edge, right, I'd sash it from here to here, okay, and that would give you your tumbler blocks or something like that, okay, so you could do it, yep. Yeah, 10 machines, Joanne, gosh. I hope some of them work automatically so you can have them going while you're doing something else. That would be good. Now, Anne, if anybody's interested in Anne's ruler, as I showed you before, all right, I knew I had fabric, it was under everything else. All right, so we just line it up and you cut through here, through the slot. There's actually a slot in there. All right, to line it up, mesh work. What else was it for, Anne? Bias. Making bias if you want. Guys, I don't cut these on the bias. I don't cut the sashing on the bias. I don't cut my binding on a bias. Mum gave me a bag of random bits and pieces today. Wonderful. Do some quilt as you goes. How great. Did that explain it all to you as how easy it is to do without tools? All right. I know there's rulers and cutters and that, but you don't need any special sashing tools or anything. Nothing special to make the sashing. All right, it's just the 1 inch and the 2 inch, and as long as you keep that 1/4 inch seam, they're going to hit together, okay, and they will lay flat for you to do your sewing down the side, down through them. I'll just get up here. Braiding small bits, yes. So so if you were sewing on here, where Anne's saying great for the bias and adding small bits. So you know, if you want to put a bit of bias around a curve. Really good to cut it on the bias when you're doing a curve. Okay, so that's once you've made it while you're making your top or a quilt as you go. You put a curve, you will cut the fabric on a bias. So these are really good. I will be doing a ruler info night because we've done fabric, we've done wadding. So I thought I might do a ruler and cutter info night if you guys are up for it. Oh my God, yeah, it'll be up, yeah. If you click through 1/16 of an inch extra in the width. And have you got somewhere, if the ladies want to contact you or anything for the rulers, just pop it in there and I will then copy that and put it in the description below as well once it's all loaded. YouTube does take at the moment a little bit time, usually up by about 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, but you can actually just go on the Facebook page and click on it and you can see it from there, Margot. So you can actually watch it through the Facebook link. Don't ask me how it works because it's all on YouTube. Facebook link, you can't sort of go on the YouTube and it'll be there yet. All right, so you can do that. All right, are we good with all quilt as you go? Look for paper animals at the junk shops and Spotlight Kmart use the shapes for the materials. Yes. Can you quilt as you go with other patterns? Or is that not recommended? You know what, Carol, quilt as you go is basically whatever you want, as in, like, did you see, yeah, rulers, no worries. This one here, sorry guys, probably seeing my best side, but anyway, this one is end up being a block, but there's your courthouse steps done in it, and it'll be a quilt as you go. All right, it'll be a quilt as you go one. So you can do a block, right? You wouldn't do it for a dress and plate. Well, you probably could, but you'd have to make them. If you're joining blocks together, this is how the quilt as you go goes for joining the blocks together, if that makes sense. If you're doing a big applique one or something, free applique shapes from the web, yep. You know what else is really great is kids colouring in books, right? That's another good one. If you can get the old kids colouring in books and it's just a black outline, you can work out your applique from there as well. So yeah, I wouldn't do like my Picasso one. I don't know whether it's in a very good light, but that Picasso one I did up there, that's not a quilt as you go. That's just a big one, okay? I wouldn't do that. Yeah, you know, like my bullseye here, if I put sashing in between each one of those, it wouldn't give that effect. So if the quilt you're making is okay to have a sashing between it, perfect. Okay, but if not, then it won't be. Finally able to join the chat. Yay! Hey, Karen. Oh, thanks, Anne. So Karen and Anne. Now, Karen, don't forget, go put your email in my website, and I will send you guys tomorrow a voucher for $10. Okay, both of you will get one each to spend on your next order. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't. You could probably do like you can't do a yeah, as I said, if the pattern of the finished quilt doesn't need sashing, then it's not overly well to do it this way. If you can put a sashing in it, like the bullseye wouldn't, the distorted wouldn't, it'd just ruin the effect of the whole quilt. But if it is a quilt that you can do with a sashing in it, this is how this one works. Yeah. Thanks, Jenny. Yeah, it's like an addiction, isn't it? I feel like I'm an addiction to you guys, but that's okay. So that's about it. I think we're getting down to it. Is there any questions, any more questions about the quilt as you go? So we've got planned squared up work perfect. Now, Karen Crouch, you sent me a photo of your squared up. I will put them up. Did I put them up today? I'll put them up tomorrow. Karen's done a squared up one. So the squared up quilt would work really well with it because you could put a sashing in it. Yes, definitely. As you guys, my patterns are how I've made it, and if you've got a different interpretation of it, or if you want to put something extra in it or do it, I'm not a quilting police person. There's no such thing as a quilting police academy. So you just do what you like to do. You create, and that's what we are here for, to create. I'm here to pass my knowledge on from what I've done. I love creating and making new things and everything. So yeah. So yeah, just create, and when you guys tell me something or show me something, and that then puts more into me, I show you something and teach you something, and you can go with it, run with it, and send me your photos. I don't post everybody's every day all in one day. I like to keep it so that we can enjoy each other's over a few days. So I've got a list of everybody that's sent me in photos, and I'm gonna post. I'll post again tomorrow. I usually don't post on a day I'm doing a video because I don't want to hound you too much. So there we go. That is May the 4th be with you, Princess Layla Mad Hair Monday. I hope you've done that. Yes, you are. You're doing the squared up. So Karen, you could do that as a quilt as you go. Hound away. Yep. So yeah, you could do that as a quilt as you go. Not a problem. All right. I hope that's done that. Now we're going to have. I'm going to do a tools one with your rulers and whatnot. We're going to have a block quiz where you can win prizes. I'm still working on that one, to what prizes and whatnot, but we'll have a night where we're going to name that block. Probably on a mad hair. We have on Wednesday, we have Treasure Hunt Wednesday coming up, and we all love Treasure Hunt Wednesday. So that's going to be happening. And what else? Oh, and then Saturday we've got the weekend workshop, always at 8 p.m. That's when you get me, because 8 p.m. is a great night for you. Everyone's in bed, kids in bed, hubby's doing what he's got to do if you've got one. And it's easy and it's nice and quiet. So I want to say thank you to everyone. Thanks Anne from Crystals and More. Thanks Enzo from for dropping in. I really appreciate it. Anne will get back to me with whether she's got a phone number or somewhere you can do it. I'll thank Sandra. Is that to dissolve the mystery of quilt as you go? There are other methods. There are other things out there. This is just the way I do it. It makes up where they're nice little quilts. This one actually turned out quite nice. I love white for kids quilts. I'm a bit white with brights. The way as it is simple and easy, and the final product is perfect. Thank you. No worries, Mark. Thank you. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off. I know you guys keep talking, so I'll keep talking for a minute, but I'm saying goodbye, and I'll say goodbye to everybody. Don't forget, please share this with your sewing groups, your guilds, anyone you know. If you've got a you know, like a quilting group or a quilters one that you go to. Thanks, Margot. Yeah, you'll rewatch tomorrow night. Thank you. Coffee time, Sue. Yeah, no, might be a little bit stronger. I don't sleep, as you guys could tell. So thank you all so much. Don't forget to share this. Share the Facebook notification with everybody as well. See you later, Ruth. Everyone have a great and safe week, or it's only a couple of days before Wednesday. And thank you. Thanks for introducing Karen. Sandra, bye to everyone. Thanks, Karen. And there's Sue. Thank you all, and have a good night and stay safe, everyone. Night, Mark. Night, Joanne. Oh, we're all going out there. Yeah, the drink. Night, Gail. Oh, I'm glad it's interesting. I like to keep them interesting for you. I think I'm a bit, making it a bit weird. Okay,